Hey, it's Joseph here. This is a part 2 of the 3-part video that I was trying to do. I think it becomes a little bit more apparent what I was trying to do with this series. So with that, let me show you this. So again, this package is from Razer. Thank you so much for sending this review sample. I'm about to unbox and do sort of a first impression of this device. And you probably already have seen it on the thumbnail. This is Razer's external GPU unit, which is called Core X, specifically a Chroma version. Let's get it unboxed and let me do sort of the first impression. Okay, so we're struggling a little bit here. And there's a heavy box inside, so let me get it down. And inside there was a small box. So that is some paperwork with a power cable. For the paperwork part, instruction manual type of thing, and then some more paperwork that says thank you. And this was inside of this box. And as you can see, there is the logo. And then onto the bottom, I can probably undo this plastic. It's not like typical plastic, it's very stretchy. So this unit is pretty heavy. I actually don't know exact weight of this, but it's not as heavy as like a desktop. You probably don't want to carry that around too far. So this whole thing is sort of a metal build. You can see a logo here. And on the front there is a grill. It's not really an air vent. I think it's just to increase the surface amount. And let me just spin it around to the back. So on the back, as you can see, there are USB type A ports, 4 of them, and then the Ethernet port, and then USB-C, the Thunderbolt port, and then the power, and then the switch on the back with some grilling. And you can kind of see this. So you're meant to just sort of pull this way to open. So as I pull this out, it kind of shows the internal. So this is sort of a shell. The whole thing is here, GPU sizing guide, and then on top it says remove before use. Get this out. It's just a foam work. I guess this is sort of a representative of the graphics card size that it can take. And on top it says make sure the power connectors do not exceed this area, and align the PCIe connector here. So as you can see, the internals are pretty much the PCIe slot and then power supply and a fan. So this is pretty much like a very small ITX case configuration, and the power supply, it says it is made from Razer, and this power supply is capable of 700 watts. So the Chroma edition actually has a higher wattage than the non-Chroma version. This one has 700 watt, whereas the other one has 650 watt. So if you're trying to put a lot beefier card in here, then you're gonna have to go with the Chroma version. And the benefits that you get out of the Chroma version is the RGB lights and the higher wattage, and actually something that I think is very useful on the back, the additional USB-A ports and the Ethernet port, if I am not mistaken, just so that you have peripherals already connected to this unit, and all you need is basically the USB-C Thunderbolt ports connected to your laptop. And the next part of the step would be to put some graphics card in here. And conveniently here I have GTX 1080. It is not necessarily the most current gen. Obviously there's 2080 and now 3080 is out there. You can probably get something that is a lot more powerful than this card, but for the purpose of this video and the task that I'm intending to do, 1080 should be just fine. So let's go ahead and put this one in. Just to kind of show you with the sizing guide, if you just kind of line it up with the aligned PCIe connectors here, and the power connectors do not exceed that area. There's only one 8-pin connector needed on one corner, so this card should be fine. Undo the thumb screw on the PCIe slot, and then line up the PCIe slot just like how you would install on your desktop. And then I'm gonna put this thumb screw back in, and you've got to use your 8-pin connector onto your GPU. In this case, I've got 2 8-pin connectors, but I just need 1, and then just connect this one only. Okay, so that should pretty much be it. Simple, right? So time to put it back in. Okay, so let's go ahead, lock this away. So as long as the handle is folded away, it's not gonna come out. And all you needed to do is just open it up like that. So that's pretty much all the setup goes. So time to test it really. And by the way, inside of this box there was the USB-C cable for the Thunderbolt connection, which is very important. But for the highest bandwidth, it is only about this long. So let me put that there. And then obviously the power cable too. So let's just go ahead and connect this cable. And by the way, on the bottom of this case, there's a giant rubber mat so that it doesn't really slide around. So it's quite sturdy. Just trying to make sure I haven't really misspoken about anything. So from there, all I need to do is basically connect this to the back of the case. Okay, so the power is on and you can see the graphics card just through the grill here. And I have a laptop to connect this Thunderbolt port. So let me go ahead and connect it. And as I just connect the device, you can hear the fan spinning. And you can kind of see the RGB light that is going on, and there's a little bit of light that is going on the front, the bottom of the front as well. Nothing really visible on the other side. I can feel the fan that is turning on the other side. So obviously I'm trying to have this external GPU working for me to do graphic intensive tests. So I'm gonna get the driver installed and test a bunch of workflows with this external GPU unit and see what are the benefits that we can expect to see in the AEC workflow, and I'll report back to you. If you have enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe to my channel for contents like this. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I'll see you next time. Bye.